Hello everyone, it's Vezki here and welcome to a brand new video, and today we'll be having a look at what if modern F1 cars use tyres from 2002. For the last few years I've seen a lot of people complain about tyres being used by today's F1 cars, and so I had the idea to try, well, what the title says, a modern F1 car with an early 2000s tyre. I'm actually really interested to see how this turns out, and obviously today's cars have considerable amount of extra downforce compared to those early 2000s cars, so the difference could be very small, but you also have to remember that these F1 cars are designed and built to work with the large and high grip tyres that Pirelli provides them right now. So really anything could happen, but that's enough talking. Let's get into it. Right, before we get into the older F1 tyres, I thought I'd just quickly set a bank lap to have a look at what sort of lap time we can do on the current spec of tyre. So here we go. You can see MGK delivery balanced on the high, and we're going to leave it like that for the rest of the lap. We've got DRS open, using overtake mode all the way down the straight. As we head into turn 1, we're going to brake at about the 100 metre ball, get it in 4th gear, turned in nicely for the right hander, and same for the left. And then it's all flat out all the way through turn 3, going up through the gears. Not using any overtake yet, waiting for a straight line. There it is, overtake mode, heading into turn 4, down the 4th gear once again. It's a 22.83 in the first sector, and now as we head into turn 5, down the 2nd gear this time with a bit of a lock-up. Not ideal, but going back up through the gears now as we head through to the quick left-hander here. It's very easy to get the car loose as we go through over the curb, so you've got to be careful getting on the power now through the sweeping right-hander up the hill, getting overtake mode and DRS activated, and now going back up through the gears still as we head into the hairpin here. You can see going to a 53 seconds heading into this 3rd sector, and now coming through this quick left-right section here, 3rd gear through this corner, get the power down nice and early, get a good exit. And now we come through these final few corners and nice and slow. We're down to 2nd gear, and we get the power down nicely, and it's flat out to the finish line now as we once again go up through the gears, overtake enable, DRS for a split second, and it's a 1 minute 21.317. Right, here we go, straight on to our next lap. This is with the 2002 tyre, DRS open, overtake again, and we are still in balanced high, if you were wondering. And you can see here, as we head into turn 1, going a lot more gingerly, because I could feel on the outlap there's not a lot of grip on there, so very slowly and gingerly through turn 1 and 2. And as we come through turn 3, you can see pushing it just a little bit too much and just about catching the car there. And that was in pretty low revs as well, so as we head into the 1st sector, it is a 26.5, so you can see already losing a fair amount of time compared to the last lap as we now head into turn 5, and you can see once again getting a lock-up, but holding it in 3rd gear still, and just having to be a lot more ginger on the power as we now head into the fast-flowing left-right here, and you can see almost losing it once again, having to correct a little bit there, and already we're going to be so much further down as we should already be heading into the 3rd sector. But now, as we do head towards the 3rd sector, you can see we are at 1 minute and 1 second. So, yeah, we've lost a lot of time. These cars definitely don't work as well as I was expecting with these older tyres. But now we get the power down again, and again having to slightly correct the car, but now we head through the slower, tighter section. How is this going to be? It's not as bad as the faster corners. I was expecting a lot of understeer, but we didn't get it, and now we're going to have to go very carefully through this last corner, about half throttle, and we come down the straight, and it is a minute 34.2, so 13 seconds slower than the current Pirelli tyre. Right, so here we are with our final test. I'm just going to be following around 2 AI drivers. Lewis Hamilton there is on the normal compound tyre, whereas Valtteri Bottas is on the 2002 tyre. So I'm just going to, like I said, follow around. I'll just follow behind Valtteri, and by the end of this 3-lap quick sprint race here, we'll have a look at what the gaps are between them. I'm actually interested to see this. I don't know how the AI is going to treat the different tyres. They obviously weren't built to deal with that sort of thing, but it'll be interesting to see the difference in lap time. You can definitely see there is a difference. They're on the exact same AI level, so they should be the exact same. Yeah, and there's already 4-second, 5-second difference as they head through the first sector of the first lap. The relative on the left hand side there isn't going to be completely accurate. It changes as you go in and out of corners, so that's not going to be completely accurate the whole time round, but you can just visually see, you don't need the relative, you can visually see the gap between the two drivers already. And I won't make you sit here and watch the entire 3 lap sprint. It is a bit of a bore fest, so I'll just cut to the important parts, and yeah, we'll have a look at how big the gap is by the end of the race. Right, so here we are coming to the end of the first lap. Hamilton's done a 1:23 off the standing start there, whereas Valtteri has done a 1:32. So already there, it's about 10 seconds the gap as we head down into the first corner. So yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, the gap, remember, 13 seconds between my normal lap and my lap on the 2002 tyre. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the gap is this time around. Okay, coming towards the end of lap 2 here, minute 20.1 from Hamilton, and for Valtteri, a minute 28.4, so 8.4 seconds of difference there. That's a lot closer than what I had, but yeah, like I was saying at the start of this quick test here, the AI is built a bit differently, so you know, their code kind of helps them get the traction perfectly, and yeah, one final cut to the end of the race left. Right, here we come for the last time, around the last corner here. You can see how much I have to back off to stay behind Valtteri there. Hamilton does a 20.4, whereas Valtteri does a 28.5. So yeah, we can see there, 25 seconds was the gap after just 3 laps of running, so quite a massive difference between those 2 different kinds of tyres. So yeah, it's been interesting to look at that difference, and yeah, that averages out to about 8.5 seconds a lap. So yeah, obviously if F1 were to go back to that older kind of tyre, I imagine we would need to be changing a fair amount on the cars as well to make them handle a bit better. But yeah, that's going to be all from me today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you all next time.